Hi, I'm Neil.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
Welcome
aboard, Echo Echo.
Well, after the stormy weather of the last few days, Jeanette's resumed her now traditional spot, lying down in the cockpit. And she's asked me to do a little bit of a show of what sails we've got up and why. So here we go. There's not a lot of wind at the moment, probably between 4 and 6 knots, and it's aft of the beam. If we were in a hurry we'd be motoring, but we're not. So we've got our mainsail set, which is a big white one behind the mast, and today we got out of the bag our colourful sail called a Jeanette, which at the moment is just flopping around in the breeze because there's very, very little of it. I'll try and get a decent shot. So that's the two sails we've got up there now. Jennifer's starting to fill. When it does fill and we get a bit of a puff, we end up doing somewhere in the vicinity of 5 to 6 knots of boat speed with a wind of similar strength on the beam, which is pretty good, but it's just fickle at the moment. So there you have it, folks. That's what we've got up at the moment.
We've sailed today to Big Galliot Key. It's a small key that doesn't have any inhabitants on it at all by the looks of it. And so we just found a nice little private beach. So we're having an explore. We're the only ones here in the bay. And we're waiting here as our staging point to get out the cut that's next to this key, Galliot Cut, to make our way to Georgetown tomorrow. Weather's a little bit cool today after yesterday's stormy sort of weather, but at least the sun is partially shining and there's no rain and the winds are not as strong. Neil exploring the island. Did you see anything, Neil?
Full of thorns. Can't get through anything there.
Oh. We're on our way to look at the Atlantic beach side of Big Galliot Key. Neil's found a pathway for us to get down there. It's quite calm on the Atlantic today. Hopefully it's calm tomorrow when we head to Georgetown. I'm not sure if this is meant to be a pathway. And I don't know how scratched my legs will be by the time I get through it, but we're making our way to the beach.
We're going to need a bigger boat. What's all that stuff, Jeanette?
It's my coral collection. I thought there's some really nice pieces here that we could put with our shells on the boat.
Where? There's no room.
We'll make room.
Yeah,
I could even maybe collect some nice rocks.
Yeah, about the only room left's my bunk.
That's okay, I don't mind sharing with my coral. And
We're going to walk around Galliot Island just to see where it is that we're going to be going through the pass tomorrow to get down to Georgetown, which basically means going on the outside of the Exumas into the Atlantic Ocean. At first we were concerned because we thought this was the pass. Hopefully it's not. We think it might be the next pass south. If it is, we're not going through there. But see what happens tomorrow.
We're entering through Cut to head to Georgetown, the passage into Georgetown. We've got a catamaran in front of us as we head through the channel. About a mile or a couple of miles in, I think, to get into Georgetown itself. It looks wide, but most of the channel is not usable as it's too shallow and rocky. This is Monument Beach Anchorage at Georgetown. Very busy at the moment. You can see Monument Hill in the background.
Two German boats that we saw at their big baby spot back down there. Yeah.
We're in Georgetown going for a walk. Here's a view of the bay. And a very bright pink house.
So what are we doing?
Good one, Neil. We're sewing up the Genoa on the sacrificial cloth area at the moment using our...
Did it rip?
No, it didn't rip, but it's just that the stitching comes undone. But we're supposed to be using this thread that is supposed to be UV fantastic. So hopefully this sail never needs to get sewn again. Or the sail will deteriorate before it needs to be sewn. We're here at the Great Inagua National Park, having a look at the flamingos.
Town in Great Inagua. They've taken us to this place to have lunch, and you can probably tell from the lighting in here that I'm convinced this used to be Stevie Wonder's hometown restaurant. But, very dark.
No, you need to plug in too.
What do you got there, Neil?
Well, I've just jumped down, turned around, picked a bale of cotton. It's a cotton plant. Seen one
First
before.
time I've ever seen one.
So someone saw this stuff in the wild and thought, I know, let's spin this and create a textile industry. Always intrigues me how people go from something like this to something completely different. And the labour associated with getting the seeds out of it.
The car we had our tour in of the National Park here on Great Inagua. Holiday accommodation over there. And we've just stopped at the little local store for Mel and Joni to get some supplies. Neil's found a dog. Don't know if it's a good idea for him to just go touching stray dogs, but still, that's Neil. We're in Great Inagua at the moment at the salt refinery or production where Morton gets their salt from, and we're having a look at how they're scooping up the salt from the salt ponds. This salt's ready to go, going in the trucks. Might be able to collect some.